So if you're looking to create drag and drop email templates in Customer IO, it's not done in a way that you would think it is. So in this video, I'll show you how to make a template so you can reuse it time and time again for your newsletters, promotions, and so forth. Let's get into it. Okay, so like I said, email templates don't really exist in the way you might be used to them with other email providers. Customer IO does have something called email layouts, and this would essentially be something like a template. It would be a template. But this is only for HTML-based email. So if I come into email layouts, which is under content, and I select one to edit it, you'll see that it pulls up an HTML coding window, and the content has these placeholders so that when I go to create a new email, I'm able to just edit the content and put that in, and everything else is the same. So this doesn't do what you want to do in a drag and drop editor. So there is no template area for drag and drop templates. They actually just keep track of all of the drag and drop emails that you've created in the past, and they treat those as templates. So there's a little bit of a workaround that you'll do in order to make this happen. So here's what the easiest way to work through this is to create a test campaign. And when you create this test campaign, you'll have to put in a fake trigger of some kind so that it will allow you to add email steps. So you'll see I've been able to add some of emails recently, which I'll clean up here just a little bit for the sake of our video. And what I'm going to do is we're going to create an email. So I'm going to come over here on the right hand side under build, select email. I'm going to drag it onto the canvas. I will click on that step and click add content. Now you'll see it now wants you to choose essentially a template, but it lists out all of your emails. So anything I've ever sent before that had its own specific email gets added here. Now Customer IO does have drag and drop templates specifically, but it's not a library that you can change. These are all things that they've created out of the box for you. So if you scroll down, you'll see that there's this templates section. And the first row has a pretty sort of vanilla template where it's just either a white or gray background with a basic content area. They've also created more design sort of friendly starters for you. So if there's a look here that feels like it matches your brand well enough, you could create an email off of one of these templates, adjust the colors, logos, and so forth to match what you want, and then run with that as your template. So I'm just going to create a letter template. I will select Customer IO's version here. It's a pretty simple one. I'm going to create an email, and it populates all this in. Now, obviously, I want to update the things that are necessary for my brand. So obviously, let's change the logo. We'll pick one of my logos here. I don't love the size, so we're going to drop down the size quite a bit, and we're going to make it left aligned because I'm a fan of left aligned. The content area here needs some padding at the top, so I'm going to add some padding at the top, and we'll just say that the intro is going to be the same every time. So we'll say hello from Boost My Email, and we'll leave this section the same. And then of course, because these links aren't correct, we're going to make them red. I like the red, and we're going to update all of the links for them, right? So just a little bit of work in building your template. This is the template building, making all the changes that you need that you don't want to have to repeat every time. All right, we're going to say that I'm good for now. I'd obviously probably want to make more, but we're going to be good. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to name this particular email. So I'm going to do the Boost My Email Newsletter template. Okay, I will save that. And so I've created now this email. I haven't saved it specifically as a template, but I've saved it as an email, which now Customer IO will reference in the future. So if I were to go back to the workflow, we'll save. I'm going to build again, and I'm going to add another email. Okay? So now this time, when I click Add Content, you'll see that my new template is found here. It's the most recent one I updated, and that's how they filter it here at the top. Now what I would do is, as you build a lot of campaigns, what will likely happen is you'll end up with dozens and dozens, if not hundreds, of specific emails in this list. That's going to make it hard to manage. So for anything template related, I would create a naming convention that is consistent every time so that you can search them later. So let's say, for example, I'm just going to make sure that I have the word template in those names for the emails. Well, I can search the word template and it'll pull up all my templates for me, right? Of course, it also pulls any of those names from their templates that exist, but this way I'll be able to then create the email again. It essentially creates a copy of the one before with everything that I've done, and now I can just worry about adding content. You'll see that it is not named. It's created a new email that I'll have to name. But this is how Customer.io drag and drop templates work. Essentially, you create an email, it saves a reference of it, and then you can duplicate the copy. Just make sure to note the name of that email somehow so that you can reference it in the future pretty easily. All right, hope that helps.